Good morning. Today is day 11 of Vlogmas. And so today I think I'm going to make, oh hey, I'll tell you who I am. I'm Kendra, and my channel is Kendra Full of Joy, and today I'm going to be doing some baking, not a lot. And really, I'm using the term baking loosely. These are called, I wrote this in high school, Holly Dollies. Come to tell. Nobody else calls them Holly Dollies but me. Other people call them Hello Dollies or something else Dollies. And anyway, they're really simple. That was my washing machine being done, I think. No, that was the oven. Okay, so what I forgot to do, I didn't even pick up the camera. I forgot all about it. I melted 1 stick of butter in an 8x8 baking dish, and I took a cup of crushed graham crackers and just poured it on top of the melted butter. A cup of graham crackers equals 1 sleeve. So now you're supposed to mix the graham cracker crumbs with the butter, basically. Yeah, I think you're supposed to get them all wet. I probably should have done that before. It'll all come out in the end because there's more coming that's, going to make it wetter. So there we go. Wet enough. Then kind of make it even as you can. I bet everybody's made these. I don't even know why I thought it would be a good idea, but it's easy. That's why I thought it would be a good idea. So then it says after you do that, you sprinkle the coconut. It takes 1 cup of coconut. So kind of evenly. I'll just do it with my hands. I don't want to make it not even at all. Let's see. Some here and some there. I used, in this case, I used unsweetened coconut. And if you've never made these, you'll see why. There's plenty of sweet coming. Kind of make sure everybody gets a little of the coconut love. There we go. Then after you put on the coconut, you are supposed to, some chocolate chips. 1 cup of chocolate chips coming up. Are you sure? I would think the nuts would come first. Does it really matter? I always doubt the recipes. Okay, so then I'll try to make those even too, so there's no spots really that aren't covered with some chocolatey goodness. Oh, this chocolate chips smell good this morning. It's Saturday morning, by the way. I'm just killing time before the college games start. I think there's some college games today. Maybe not. Maybe it's all up to the bowl games now. So, okay, chocolate chips. Now we're going to put in the nuts. 1 cup, and in this case, I used pecans, and I chopped them up little. You could use any kind of nuts you liked. Or any kind of nuts you happen to have, really, is what's important. If you have nothing but pecans or nothing but peanuts or whatever, it's all going to be fine. Okay. That's all good and plenty. There we go. And then, lastly, you take a whole can of Eagle brand sweetened condensed milk. I'm going to have to really watch it with this because you want this even for sure. Wow, this is thick. Yum, yum. So, if you like content like this, recipes, baking, shopping, chat, I don't know what else I do, childbirth education type of tips and stuff. I need to do more of that because that was exactly what I was going to do in the beginning, and I fell to doing this, which I do as well. I live in Washington State, about an hour and 20 minutes from Seattle. It gets longer every time I tell it, but the traffic is getting worse. We had a storm last night here, knocked out the power. I thought I might sleep through the night, but because the power went out and because the fax machine is in the bedroom, when the power goes out, the fax machine makes a noise like it's sending a fax, which woke me up. I mean, who would be sending a fax at 1 in the morning? I don't know. But it only stayed out, the power, for maybe 20 minutes. But I've been up ever since then. Got a lot done. I shouldn't complain. Today I'm doing laundry and like I said, doing this baking. I'm also going to make some Mexican wedding cakes or Swedish tea cakes. I think you call them different things. Okay, I think I've got just about all of this in there. So after you get everything on, now you don't stir this this together. It'll all melt down into the bottom layer. So just leave it as it is right now. No spread. So I'll take it over here to the oven. Hot. It is on 350 degrees, and it will sit in there and set in there and bake for, I think it's 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Okay. I think I was in high school when I wrote this. And I imagine one of my babies drew on the back of it here. My husband has said to me, why don't you let me take all the recipes and put them on the computer in a file? And I'm like, no. Every recipe, I can tell you how old I was and at what stage of life my children were in when I wrote it, just about. When you print things on a computer, sure, they're dated, but they don't come with the memories that these do. Have you also heard that, like if you go to a thrift store or somebody hands down a really old cookbook to you, you should look for the most torn up, food-stained recipes that you can find, because that means they're the good ones. They were used the most in that particular book. Anyway, I'll be back with more. It's out of the oven and it is done. I baked it for just about 27 minutes, 26 or 27 minutes at 350. Now, what you see that looks like it could be burned is actually caramel. That's what happens to sweetened condensed milk when you cook it at a high temperature. It turns into caramel. The one time that I didn't put down nonstick foil, if you watch my videos, you know I talk about what a gift from God nonstick foil is. And today I forgot to use it for the first time in a long, long, long time. This is going to be a bear to get out of this glass dish. We'll see how that goes next. Well, we got them to come out. I took a knife. Actually, I took this knife and I went around the edges because that was the part, because of the caramelization there and no butter, that was kind of sticky. But they basically came out beautifully. Alrighty then. I'll leave the recipe below. You know, in the below. So, we're back, and here's dinner. I put in here some olive oil, some onions, and some carrots first, and tried to get them, you know, some char on them, get some flavor. And then I got a package of 3 turkey breasts from Costco. So this is 3 turkey breasts, and I'm just letting that kind of get done a little. Then I'm going to put in, I've got here celery, ginger, garlic. I've already put in salt, pepper, onion powder, thyme. Then I don't have any homemade broth. I'm out of that, so I need to get on that, but I haven't been doing it. I don't know why. I'll get back on that because I hate paying for broth. I like to use leftovers to make broth, you know, scraps and things like that. I'm talking about scraps of chicken. Anyway, I'll put 2 of these in, and these are like, what are they? I don't see the size. That's funny. Well, anyway, you probably can see it from where you are, and I can't. But anyway, here it is. 48 ounces each. And it says lower salt, but I'm going to fix that. After I get all of this together, I'm going to let it simmer for an hour maybe or so, just low. And then I'm going to make the dumplings, and I always put parsley. I didn't get that out. I put parsley on top of the dumplings after they've cooked, just to look pretty. And that will be dinner she wrote. That's it. That's a wrap. And you know what? There is no football today. It's golf or it's basketball. What are you going to do? Okay. Well, it's about 4:55 in the afternoon, and it's dark outside already, of course, but chicken and dumplings are done for dinner. Nice comfort food. I'm thinking about everybody that was affected by tornadoes. I saw a couple of vloggers talk about it. So, thinking about everybody. Take care. Good night.